area, you better check your listings. Can't wait to see that. Well, now to Iraq and the fight to liberate Mosul. The fight raging in the north. ISIS launching attacks in the city of Kurkuk. A move that U.S. officials say was an attempt to divert the opposition away from the Battle of Mosul. Well, the push to drive out ISIS continues, but it does reveal more about how the terror army operates. And we are getting an inside look at a network of tunnels dug under ISIS strongholds. Benjamin Hall has more from Erbil, Iraq.
Julie, today in a Fox exclusive, we found and got access to an ISIS tunnel which has been causing so many problems for the forces here.
Many people wondered how ISIS was able to withstand and hide from the US-led coalition airstrikes. Well, this is how. They dug deep underground. These tunnels are a key element of ISIS military strategy, and they cover every town, every village that ISIS held. For the last few weeks, if not the last few months, ISIS will have been living down in these tunnels, and so you can see that they've brought in electricity, you can see the food they've got down here, and you can see the water. It is incredibly hot, and they would have been here for months. The Kurdish Peshmerga have cleared this tunnel, but they've also told us not to touch anything that we see because it may be booby-trapped. We're the first journalists to see this tunnel, and you can tell how they've started. They've dug straight down for 7.5 meters before then cutting their way through the bedrock.
It's those tunnels which are said to be one of the biggest concerns as forces move towards the city of Mosul itself, which is said to be covered with them. In other news today, Secretary of Defense Ash Carter paid a surprise visit to Iraq, meeting with Prime Minister Abadi to assess the progress in Mosul, but also to push for Turkey to be allowed to play a greater role in the operation. Meanwhile, a burning sulphur plant south of Mosul, torched by ISIS on Thursday, is releasing large amounts of sulphur dioxide into the air. US Central Command says US troops at bases outside Mosul have been putting on gas masks and protective suits to protect against the smoke. And one of the fears all along has been that ISIS will use chemicals or gas to attack. We do know that they have them. Julie?
Benjamin Hall, thank you. Right now, figuring out how hackers shut down dozens of major websites all across the U.S. The attack may have actually affected one of your favorite sites. So how did it happen, and how can we stop it in the future? And a manhunt underway at this hour after a deadly home invasion. We have much more straight ahead.